everyone, welcome back to Art a la Carte. In today's video, I'm just going to start sketching in my sketchbook, so let's sketch together.
Pencil and some paper, and the best part is having lots of fun with Art a la Carte.
So I've done this sketch with me type video. We haven't really confirmed a name or a title for this, but we've done a couple of these. I did drawing dragon wings, and then I did it in my sketchbook. I'll show you right there. We did these little wings here, and then we did kind of a sketch together on drawing shoes. So I thought, let's go ahead and do another sketch because you guys seem to really like that. So today I'm going to be sketching cats because you guys are forever requesting cat video tutorials. So in order to produce cat video tutorials, I'm always having to sketch them. And I thought it might also be a good way for you to learn how to, draw cats if we just sketch them together. So this is all going to be live, not live time, but real time. I'm not going to do any speed drawing or anything, but you guys can just see how I go about sketching. So this isn't a tutorial on how to draw cats. I have those already, lots of those. I'll put the link to those in the description box below, but we're just going to sketch, and this is how I practice drawing cats. Let me zoom in a little bit here. So I'm just going to draw a little cat kind of walking, and you'll see I'm just really keeping that loose. A lot of you guys think when I teach you the tutorial and I'm telling you, draw circles for the head and keep it loose, that I'm faking it out maybe. I don't know. A lot of you guys ask me, do I really do that? Do I do all those steps making all those circles and things, and why do I have to do that? Yes, I totally do that. In fact, if I have to do a drawing where I can't do that, I find my drawing is a lot stiffer, the proportions are off. It's just not a good flowing drawing. So, yeah, so I personally do it. Do you have to? No, there's no art police are going to show up at your door and say, I'm confiscating your pencils because you don't draw your circles and proportion lines in there. Yeah, you do, however works for you. But what really made me start wanting to do this and push myself to learn how to make all these little circles and lines work was that every artist I wanted to be like did this to create their pictures. As I would study them, I would notice that they would do all these little circles and lines and, gesturing and all that. So it was more than just my art teacher wanting me to do this. It really had to mean something. And it took me a long time to figure it out and get comfortable with it. But, man, when I finally figured out why they did it and how it worked for me, I was very, very, very glad to do that. So I have just gone to Google. In fact, probably if you go to Google and Google in cats walking, I think, you'll probably find some of these pictures that I am referencing if you want to look those up. That'd be kind of cool if you can actually go, I recognize that. That's the one she's doing right there. I think this might even be like the first one on at least in my listing of Google images. So just sketching it out. And you'll see I go right over the center page. I don't really mind too much because it's not going to be a finished piece. I just want to kind of get this page filled up with little cute kitty cats. Let me zoom out because my cat's a little bigger now. He's growing up. So now once I get this kind of in there, I'm going to go back and look and kind of fix things up a little bit. Maybe its nose is just a little too long. You don't have to follow your reference photo completely. I'm kind of aging my cat up a little bit. This one in here might be a bit more of a kitten. So then I'm going to switch pencils. I'm going to go in with my red and just clarify the lines that I want. You don't have to do this. This is just so I don't have to go back and erase all my blue lines. Because I'm sketching, I'm not worried about erasing and making sure everything's neat and tidy. I love to spend at least a couple hours every day warming up, sketching. If I can't do it for a couple hours, I at least do, one or two quick sketches before I get going. And what it does, it just loosens your hand up. It kind of like when you do exercises. I mean, yeah, you could just go right into exercising But you find that if you exercise, it's better for you. You're going to get a better workout. Same thing with doing a little warm-up sketch. It just kind of not just warms your hand up and all that, but it warms your artistic side of your mind up. It maybe synchronizes your hand and eye coordination. I don't know, I just find I do so much better if I do just a quick sketch in my sketchbook or spend a little bit of time doing that. Nothing serious, just having fun with it. Making mistakes and going, yeah, that didn't work out so well. Let's try something a bit different. So I usually will put on either music while I'm sketching, or even I'll just watch, other YouTube videos while I'm kind of sketching. Nothing I have to pay attention to. Sometimes I watch something that's too good and then I stop sketching because I'm too busy watching the TV show. So I find music or books on tape really help me out. I like to do that. And no, this is not an ad for like those book on tape sites. I know a lot of YouTubers are like, this is brought to you by readyourbook.com. So no, I just like to listen to those. There, that's a nice little cat. So then you can, add shading if you want it, or I don't have a third color, I just have two colors. If I had three colors, I'd add the shading with the third color. So these pencils are a bit different than like regular just Prismacolor color pencils. These ones are an erasable pencil. I mean, they don't erase completely, not like a graphite pencil, but you can definitely pick up some of the color and erase it out of there. Like if I went back through here, I could erase like that. So it takes off pretty good. And it doesn't have as a waxy of a buildup on it, which is nice. But I also like it because it doesn't smear as bad. Like if I did this with a regular pencil, it would get muddy. I can blend it a little bit, but not too much. It usually stays where I put it, which is what I like. I don't like to get things dirty. That's why I don't like to work a lot with charcoal or chalk pastels, just because everything gets so messy. I want things to stay where I put it. I want you to stay there. There we go. There's our first cat. So let's zoom through here and find another little cute kitty cat. All right, this time let's do this one in a red. So this one also is kind of walking but looking a little nervous. So sure I'm in frame there. And it's so good to try, and when you're practicing, whether you're practicing cats or anything, draw them, but make sure you're drawing different positions and poses and emotions in them. Don't just draw, if you can draw a really good profile picture of a wolf, don't just draw that same wolf all over every single time. Change it up. The more drastically you can change the position of what you are drawing, the better you're going to get. So if you're really comfortable in drawing cats, don't draw cats. I mean, draw them, but when you're doing a practice or a study, push yourself to draw something else. It doesn't have to mean you have to draw something you don't like a bowl of fruit or something. When I was very early on in my art career, it really gagged me if I had to draw a bowl of fruit. Blech. I appreciate it now, but at the time, could not stand drawing still life. So don't draw still life if you can't stand that, but pick something else to draw. If you like to draw cats, try to draw a monkey, try to draw a cow, try to draw a mountain, a sunset. And that's how you're going to find yourself getting better and better, is you're just trying to push yourself on a couple of different things. And again, that doesn't mean that you don't get to draw your favorite thing. Of course you can, but don't just only draw that. Other thing I get people commenting is they've tried to draw something, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 100 times, and it just hasn't turned out. That's okay. That's okay. The fact that you can see that it hasn't turned out is first a very good sign. That means your eye is trained enough to go, something's not right. And that you care enough. You care enough about your art to go, it's not right and I'm not satisfied. So don't get frustrated with it. Go, okay, that's a step in the right direction. Let me now continue to try to figure it out. And know that artists everywhere are putting in hours and hours of work every day, and usually you don't get to see the practice that we do. So understand that, if you have to practice 10 times, 30 times, 100 times, that's a normal day for artists to sketch and doodle every day 100 different things. Okay, so maybe I don't draw 100 things in one day, but don't get frustrated because, over the week I'll draw 100 different things. And if you still can't figure it out, after 100 times and you're frustrated, don't give up. Another good recommendation I have is, especially if a person's having like a specific part of something that they're having a hard time, like they can't draw the ears right, or the mouth looks weird, or, something is off, then don't worry about the rest of it. Just focus on that one thing that you can't get right. Because what happens is you work really hard to make this great body, but you have a hard time with the head, and then you mess the head up, and there went, an hour worth of drawing. You have a great cat body and the head messed up. So start with the head. Draw the head up, 100 times until you can just get that nailed down. And then you can go back and go, all right, now let's put the rest of it together. But just remember, art is supposed to be fun. If you used to love art and have realized that maybe, it's just stressing you out, then stop, take a breath, and go, what have I done that made art not fun anymore? Are you putting too hard of regulations on yourself, too high of standards? It should be first and foremost something that you enjoy doing. Because when you enjoy doing it, it doesn't matter how good you think it is. The joy you have in creating is going to show through, and people are going to be blessed because of it. Some of my favorite pieces of art that I have been drawn by children. And in a professional standard, looking at those pieces, they're, riddled with flaws and mistakes, but they capture such joy that it is absolutely fantastic to behold. And I usually frame them and hang them on my wall just as an encouragement. There's a circle with little stick arms and everything, but they had so much fun creating that piece that is what is captured in that picture. So have fun with your drawing and your sketches, and just breathe. It'll come. One of the top requested videos that I get on this channel, one is cats, one is horses, one is dragons, and the other one is dogs and wolves. And I have to tell you, at the very beginning, when I started this channel 3 years ago, I probably could count on my hands the different times I had drawn a dog. I had not drawn dogs very much, and I have so many requests for them, and I'm still not super good at, I enjoy drawing them, but when I get done, I look at them and I see mistakes and I see flaws, and a lot of times I'm like, I'm not going to post this video. And there are a lot of people that watch the videos who are really good with, knowing dog or wolf anatomy, and are very generous with pointing out where I'm having my flaws. And it's hard for me to sometimes to post things that I'm like, it's just, I know I need to improve. But then I figure, I also had some of you guys recognize that I have improved on my art since starting this channel in areas, and have commented, wow, you've gotten better at this, or I can see some definite improvement. And I think that's important for us as artists, especially beginning artists, to see that every artist, no matter how talented or how long they've practiced, there's always room for improvement. There's always ways that they can get better, and to see that progress, and to see in things where they're maybe not the best. I just started using Copic markers, and no, I'm not doing tutorials on them, and I definitely don't feel that I'm at that level, but I will show you I will record videos of myself using Copics, maybe very inadequately, and you guys have been really nice about, letting me know of tricks and things like that, or things not to do. That's nice, it helps us out when we share our different skills and levels and blah, blah, blah. I'm rambling. Okay. Let's do one more. All right. So this kitty cat's walking straight towards us. So a little bit of overlapping, so my foreshortening. And I need to do a video on how I get foreshortening down, which was another one of those things that people showed me and I just didn't get it, but I just kept doing it until it finally clicked and I went, oh, I gotcha. I understand what you're doing. But I'm not going to try to teach it in this video because it's something I definitely have to kind of figure out how to explain it so I don't make it even more confusing than it is, because foreshortening can be a little confusing at first. There'll always be a point in almost every single drawing that you don't like it, and then you want to go, yeah, this isn't working, I'm going to give up. And I really recommend that you push through it. I will let you know right now, I'm at that point. I'm like, why did I choose this cat? It's hard. Couldn't I have just made this an easy sketch with me video and not challenge myself to something that I'm going to go, I've totally failed on this cat. But I'm going to push through and see if I can fix it. It's just not, it's not there, but it could be because I don't have everything there yet. So here's some more tips on if you're getting frustrated with your drawing or if it's not working. First, when you get frustrated, you tend to tighten up and you start pushing down your aggravations out on your pencil. Do not take your aggravation out on your art. Because it will just stir up more aggravation and make you more frustrated. So lighten your grip. You just want to hold your pencil enough to keep it steady. But when you're sketching, you want it to be light and be able just to dance across your paper. Remember to breathe. If a certain part, like down here, was frustrating me, it's this right here that I don't like. So I'm leaving it. I'll figure that out later. I'm gonna do the face and see if I can get the face where I like it. If I get something on this cat that I like, then I have a better chance of saving this little putty tat. He's got kind of a cute little face. But yeah, just make sure that you are holding your pencil lightly and not death gripping it out of frustration. Alright, I'm not talking anymore. Come on, Valerie. Start talking. I'm concentrating on trying to save this poor cat from looking weird. Alright, let's switch pencils here. See what I can... When you're looking at a reference photo and it's not turning out, try one of two things, and they're completely opposite, but you might be doing one of the two, so flip it. One thing is to not look at the whole picture. Look at just that part. Where are lines intersecting? Measure those things up. So it could be that you have got some things out of proportion. So just looking at just this spot, where does this paw come and intersect? How far down? And there I'm seeing it. I have this foot down too far. That's usually my problem. I try to make myself look at the whole picture, because that's the other problem. You may be focused on one part and not seeing the whole part, so the overall shape is off. So then don't look at just the single part, look at the big part. So, you know, I know they're completely opposite things, but, you know, you might be doing one thing and so flip it to do the other, and If you're doing the other thing, then you can try this. Either or. So I'm going to look to see where this bottom foot comes and intersects. So yeah, so bringing this foot up a little bit and bringing this foot down is really what was bothering me. Still not the best. I like the other cats better, but it's okay. This was a little bit more of a challenging pose. Foreshortening is a little bit difficult. But because it's difficult, it's something I should practice. And not go, oh, I'm not going to do foreshortening because it's hard and I might mess this picture up. Well, that's why we got a sketchbook. Our sketchbooks get to have good drawings, challenging drawings, and the failures, the ones when people look at your sketchbook, you go, oh, don't look at that one. Look at those. Don't look at that one. It's okay. That's part of growing as an artist. So yeah, still not my favorite. I like the other two better. But he's still cute. So there, a little sketching. I don't know even how long this video was. But you know, couple of minutes sketching in our sketchbook. Got a couple of nice things out. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me, sketching with me. If you did sketch with me, take a picture of it and post it to my Facebook page or Instagram. I'd love to see it. If you're brand new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And until next time, God bless you guys, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye!